sometime during the next president's term, the annual trade deficit will hit $1 trillion a year. America became a powerful nation because we made things that the rest of the world wanted, and we made them well. In fact, we made them better, and we're able to raise the standard of living, and we're able to have something called the American dream. This is not complicated. Certain kinds of lawyer preparation is going offshore. Radiologists and people that read X-ray records are going offshore. Accountants are going offshore. Computer engineering is going offshore. Some of the largest computer companies have decided not to build their next research center in North America, but to build it in China or India. The solution to health care, they'll tell us, is to transfer more of the obligation to health care to ordinary citizens. We're living at a time where, let me ask you, and you're in the hall, how many of you have been in negotiations? And the issue that it comes down to is health care. Raise your hand. Almost everybody. You watched our battle with Goodyear? Battle with Goodyear is about health care for old people, for retirees. Goodyear raised $1 billion on Wall Street with a story. And the story was simple. They're either going to get out of retiree health care or they're going to get rid of the union. Good luck. We took the $1 billion after 26 weeks of strike, and we put it in a trust fund so that those retirees from Goodyear will have health care. But sisters and brothers, in the richest country on earth at its richest moment in time, we ought not to have to do that in America. In the richest country on earth, we ought not to have to worry about trade deficits that are out of control and unsustainable. In the country that led the world in education, our kids ought not to be coming out of college with college debt that's bigger than a mortgage on a house. 10 years ago, 12 years ago, companies were buying each other up for the pension surplus. Do you remember that? How did we go from surplus to deficits? I don't know anybody at any major company, whether it's General Motors, Alcoa, pick anybody. I don't know anybody whose pension got from barely enough to so rich that you went into huge deficits. I don't know anybody that got very much increase in their pension benefit. The reason we went from surplus to deficits is because the bastards stole it from us by lying and cheating and changing the rules, by gambling with our money. And then when they lost it, they came back and told us it was our fault. I accept that it's our fault. The reason I accept that it's our fault is we let them get away with it. We let them get away with it in the political arena. If you don't want them to steal our pensions, elect people that won't let them steal our pensions. That's our job. There's something wrong in America. And it doesn't have to be that way. It shouldn't be that way. It wasn't always that way. And if it's going to change, it's going to change because of us. It'll change because of you. It'll change because you come to a decision that this is not the kind of America you want to give to your kids and grandkids. All of us in this room inherited this union. We got it from those that came before us, and we stand on their shoulders. And every one of us in this room has a better quality of life and a better shot at a future than our predecessors had. And we have it because people fought to give it to us. But I'm the luckiest person in the world. But so are you. Because there's nothing more honorable in life. Take this home with you. There's nothing more honorable in life than waking up every morning and knowing that because you're in a union, you have the ability to do something today that will help one of your fellow workers. Doesn't matter what it is. People will come to you with a personal problem because they trust you. You're an ear they can talk to, a shoulder they can lean on. People who sometimes feel powerless and their personality doesn't allow them to step forward, but you give them the courage and the strength that they can step forward with you, or they'll ask you to step forward with them. What could be more honorable than that? What could be more honorable than that? So now, our challenge is to meet that obligation. And to meet that obligation by using rapid response, using your union, using your access to information and knowledge, so you can share that with as many people as you can, so that as we move towards the next period of time where we choose our political leaders, we'll do it with a position of knowledge and self-interest. Self-interest of working people is the collective interest of the nation. Don't anybody kid you otherwise. Why would you want an economy in a nation if it was only to reward the top 1%? We all should want an economy so that we can raise the standard of living and the quality of life of not just our generation, but the generation coming behind us.